Legit, I feel like I have seriously seen and evaluated how people are like on the inside. This doesn't have to do with religion. This doesn't have to do with my religion. This doesn't have to do with other people's religion. This has to do with children, with human beings, with mothers and children that are just being affected and ripped apart physically, emotionally, psychologically, in so many different ways. This isn't an desolate area where there was no water, where there was no hospital, where there was no school, where there was no mental health center. That's the worst part about it, because these specific modalities of aid and help are being stopped to people. That is why it's a humanitarian crisis. They are being purposely stopped. For example, chemo has purposely stopped. The healthcare infrastructure has been announced that it's collapsed. A week ago almost, nothing has happened really since. Mental health facilities, gone. Obstetric facilities, gone. This is a huge deal. This is why we're talking about medical terrorism. This is going to have tremendous impacts. I need people to understand that, simply because this isn't just the trauma that you're seeing right now, but children who are affected, like let's say their face is burned off. Let's say they have all 4 limbs and full body casts. A child is expected to live a life after that. That means their skin, their bone, their muscles, their tendons all shape around this bone that's broken, this face that's trying to reform. So all of these surgeries, they're going to require tons and tons and tons of revisions. All of this trauma is going to require lots of therapy afterward. Not just one session, but literally possibly years and still not recovering. And so the fact that this health infrastructure is not only being crumbled now, how is it supposed to pick up and then rebuild? Because this is not just now, this is causing huge problems. It does not have to do with religion. It could be any child in the world. But at this point, we have our blinkers and our blinders on to the children specifically being affected in such awful ways. Turning off your health care, turning off water, stopping them from being able to go to school, stopping them from being able to put their head down in a safe place, stopping them from having access to the 3 people that can create a support system that we know from the CDC and the AAP can help be a safe, stable, nurturing relationship and environment to help combat against ACEs or adverse childhood experiences. There is so much data that has nothing to do with politics on what we are doing, and what is happening is just wrong. So yeah, the people who are not talking right now, I just want to be like, why were you talking during COVID? Because that also affected all of humanity in a different way. That also had breaking news that was affecting healthcare on a crazy basis. And this is all man-made. This is not some microorganism that we can create a vaccine against. All human rights agencies have spoken up, all of them. And if you're still turning a blinder to that, I kind of don't want to be around you, because you've shown me effectively that really, no, all children don't matter. It's just the children that you find important matter.